Hi, everybody, and welcome. I'm Visible Lady of Faith, and this is,
Her husband.
and we're coming to you with the Sunday school lesson entitled Giving to the Community for Sunday, March the 15th, 2026. Lesson reminds us of the importance of reaching out to others in our communities and to be generous, especially to those in need around us in whatever way that we can. So Deuteronomy was written by Moses after the Israelites' 40-year journey in the wilderness after their freedom from Egyptian bondage. So I can imagine that some of the original Israelites died out during their journey to the promised land, Canaan. So some of the Israelites that entered the Canaan may have been a new group of people.
It is not May. It is because the
It
only
is,
ones
okay.
that only ones that made it to the promised land was Joshua and Caleb. Everybody else in that generation, they died out. They were the only two that made it.
Okay, so it was a group of new people. Talk to them. So giving doesn't mean that we give up something that we may need or want or feel that we're going to miss out on something, but because it reflects God's blessings in our lives.
See, the setting was back in this time. This is when under the law and Mosaic law, and these were things that was given to the Israelites how to govern themselves. And God was sharing his wisdom and knowledge with them so they can get the best out of life. And we have that today. We can read in the Old Testament how that was in some of those same principles they apply today. Because if the Lord is blessing you with this wealth and you not share it, as in the Sunday school lesson, it tells us, yeah, if you're hard-hearted, then why would God want to bless you with more? If let's say you had $1 billion and you're just a couple, no children, you can't eat it, live it, spend it. You can't do it in your lifetime. And
Can't spend it in your lifetime.
no, you can't. And if you try it, it's just not going to work. And I'm not going to. I'm just trust me. It's hard to do, very difficult to do. So therefore, and plus on top of that, if you're generating more money each year, and that's going to even make it worse. And let's say you're worth $2 billion. But anyway, you can't take it with you. So why not be loving and caring and do something for someone else and help them? Because there's a lot of value in seeing somebody else happy too. Maybe some people that don't see that. But this is something that we don't have to complain if we turn around and help one another.
Our next section is definitions. So one of the words that I have 3 words that I got out of the scripture for the Sunday school lesson. And the first word is appeal. Appeal means a verbal convincing plea in your behalf. So we have, like nowadays, appeal. I think this is an example when there's a court case going on, and the attorneys don't like the outcome. They can do an appeal, right? They can try to convince
Plead in your own behalf.
the judge to
your side of the story.
change the verdict. So the next word is grudge, and grudge is like an unwilling. Grudge is unwilling to let go of something someone may have said or done to you. So some people like to, if someone says something about you that you don't like, or I don't know, hurt your feelings or make you feel some type of way, then you want to do something to retaliate or seek revenge on them.
So how does this help the community?
Well, it doesn't. It's negative to me to hold a grudge, right? Instead of letting it go and forgiving the person. Community.
I can say when you give into the community, to me, working this grudge in, if you are a negative type person, if you're hard-hearted or anything like that, you're taken away from the community is what you're doing. Non-judgmental type of attitude, and you're not holding on to negative things, you're praying and getting past those things, then you open more of your mindset with the capacity to give to the community. So It's kind of like this old saying: if you go in the kitchen and you're upset and mad and everything, that nasty attitude of yours is going to end up in the food. And
So that brings us to the next word, which is generous. And this is how to help people in the community with kindness and be willing to give, not just financially, but of your time or helping in some other kind of way that you can help.
see
It
if
can be
you,
clothes or food or whatever.
but if you take all these words: appeal, grudge, and generous,
Generous.
A lot of people are too far to the right or too far to the left. Generous, sometimes you're just giving and you're feeling great that you're giving it, but also what is it going toward? Negative is going to be there. So these particular words that was chosen here is trying to help you to look at it from different perspectives, how to give to the community. So if you're putting in negative stuff, you're giving negative energy, but you got to figure out how to stop that. And you want positive energy, but it's got to be balanced from the way we see things. So that's these three words. You got to balance these things to where it's positive going into the community.
Okay, so what can we learn from this lesson in Deuteronomy and Matthew? We can learn what we just discussed. When we give or help someone, we should have a willing attitude. Okay? Giving does not always mean material in nature. When we serve others, we are serving God because He wants us to be compassionate and generous toward those in need.
Yeah, see, and that's very good. You said that. In the balance is when you go to work in the community, or matter of fact, even your church that you go to, someone may say something in the church that you don't like, and you say, I'm going to go find me another church. That's not good. Just like in a marriage relationship, every time I'm going to go get a divorce, that means you got to start all over in ground zero again. It's not good. So what I'm getting at, every time you start over, evil wins. Or if you want to make it clear, Satan wins. Because he would rather see us sitting on the sideline doing nothing. I would rather be making mistakes, just trying over and over, forgiving, not holding grudges, trying to show people or trying to appeal to the community and show them, what my vision is. And while you're sharing your vision, someone say, well, if you change it this much, I would agree with you. So it's a conversation or a communication that goes on. Generous, yes, you just can't just hand money to them and then walk away, because that's a disaster too, because you may have corrupted people on the other side just taking the money and putting it in their pocket. And you're thinking you're doing a good thing, and on the other side, it's not going toward what you think it should be going to. So not only give just your money, give your time, give your intellect, things that you learn, and share, that community. That's given to the community.
Okay, so thank you for your comments. So with that being said, we'll bring this discussion to a close, and we hope to see you next time. And don't forget to like, and share.